Hello and welcome to Gaming with MJ. Your host MJ. No. Today we're going to do a review on Big Buck World. Big Buck Hunter Arcade by One Up or Arcade One Up. It's a nice cabinet. I wish this was 3D though. I'll give you a closer view of it. I'm just going to show what I can right from this view, and then I'll give you a closer view of everything. But this right here is not 3D. It's kind of printed on there. I wish it was. The old school one was printed. It was not printed on there like a flat thing. It was actually 3D, and it could have stuck out as plastic. Kind of wish they did that, but it probably cost a little bit more money if they did. Same with right here. This is flat. I wish it was. It's supposed to be bulging out and all this and that, but it probably cost a lot of money if they did that. But it would be kind of cool if they did. But I mean, I'm satisfied with it. It's pretty nice. The 3-inch speaker is pretty loud. See? I'll turn it up to like that's a 7. See? Pretty loud. If you go down to a 4, it's tolerable right there, I think. But it gets pretty loud for a speaker. Don't distort too bad until you get up to about 13, then it gets kind of distorted, but for the most part it sounds pretty good. Now, I'm going to have to bring you in a little bit here, so bear with me. Okay, so here we go. See what I was talking about? It's all flat. I wish it was 3D, but I like the artwork on it. Especially on this one. They had 2 variants of this cabinet. This is one variant, and the other variant was Big Buck Hunter Pro was on the front of it right here instead of Big Buck World. And it had a deer on the front and a deer on the side. It said Big Hunter Pro. This one says Big Buck World, and I like this one better because I just like the detail of the graphics on it. I mean, it's beautiful. Like, they did a really good job on the graphics on this. And down on the riser, it tells you, you know, all the stuff that you can expect, like all the games stuff is 4. And it's kind of misleading a little bit because it's 4 on there, but it's actually the 2, the Big Buck Hunter Pro and the Big Buck Hunter Pro Open Season, they're both integrated into each other. So when you play it, it's basically 2. You got this, and then you got this and this, and then they're integrated within each other. So it's not like 4 separate games. It's just 2 separate games, but they put 2 and 2 together. It's kind of, so anyway, and then here's some more. Now, normally when I'm done playing, I usually just put the cord for the gun back in the riser down there, so that way it stays out of the way for dogs, children falling, flipping over it, whatever, catching their feet on it, tripping. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, it's a 17-inch screen, 720p resolution, which isn't, I mean, you'd think 720p looks really horrible, but for this game, it actually works pretty good. If you would put this on any bigger screen, I think the resolution would show itself and it probably wouldn't look as good, and you probably wouldn't want to play it as much. But being on a 17-inch screen, the resolution works with it, and the little white square around the edge right there, that's so the gun could find where it shoots. Like, that's the way the gun thing works. They've never had a gun game work since CRT TVs, which are the old big boxy TVs. But now this is the first time, and that Arcade One Up has done a technical first. Basically, it's the first company that's created a shooting game that works on an LCD screen by using this method. The white border around it might kind of get, you know, like some people might say, oh, that's, you know, annoying, whatever, but you get used to it. It's not that bad once you get used to it. The detail and the graphics are pretty good. I'd say they're about up par with, like, a little bit better than Android graphics of the game. I mean, it's pretty good quality for 720p, and it looks just like the original back when I grew up. Now, you have to be over 15 feet away when you calibrate your gun, which I have a little point right there. So I put my feet there, so that's where I shoot. So that's the sweet spot. So that way, when you shoot, it's accurate and all that. Now, you can calibrate your weapon, your guns on here, and you can calibrate a bunch of stuff. All you got to do is you got to go down here. You see this green, orange. This is first player, second player, start. You hold these 2 buttons down for like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden this screen will pop up. This is your main menu. This is your debug screen. This is all the screen that you can change all your settings. See, it says exit, of course, the menu. Big Buck girls on or off. I have them on because I don't have to worry. I'm not so worried about it. But some people just don't like those, you know, those kind of girls on there. They just don't like their kids seeing it, so they turn it off. That, you know, that's why they got that. Then you got the skill level. I think it's easy, normal, and hard. And then you got gun calibration right there. You can calibrate your gun, but make sure you're 15 inches away from the gun barrel at the end is 15 inches away from the screen of the Big Buck Hunter arcade itself, the screen itself. You got high scores. I think you can reset your high scores in there, and then you can reset the menu, reset everything, so that way it's all back to default. Okay, so then to exit out, you can either cock the gun and it'll exit out, or you can push the green button right there, and it'll go exit back out. Here's all your instructions on the front at the beginning here. So it tells you everything, what to do and what not to do. It tells you a little bit down here what you can do and how to do it, avoid doze. Now this is like exactly what I remember back when I was growing up. I played the heck out of this game. Me and my friends used to go to the bar, and we'd play the heck out of this game. And right when I heard it come out, I went and snatched it up because I was like, heck yeah, man! I used to play that back in the day. But I'd give this a solid 8. It's probably one of my favorites. This is the Arcade 1-Up's first 3D title that they put on in their cabinets. All their other cabinets are usually 2D, a lot of them. But this is the first 3D. In the back, there's inside where all the main motherboard inside is, the PCB board. There's a fan on top of the graphics chip, okay, to keep it cool. It can be a little loud if you don't have volume on. If you go up to it, you can like hear it, but you can't really hear it from back like 15 inches away from it. It's not that loud from that standpoint, so it's not too bad. The other thing is a lot of people are talking about overheating of the PCB board, which is right where the main board is inside. I found that if you take the one side and you unbolt it and then you fold it out and open that side up, then it won't overheat on you and it stays cool. So I wouldn't worry. That's what I did to fix it. It's very easy to spin you open up the back here. It's in the very, very, very back in here. You unscrew this, and then in there you see the PCB metal box that everything's hooked to. That's hooked onto the back of the monitor. You just all you got to do is on the left side, unscrew it, and then just bend that metal case out so it's opened up, and that's it. And then you won't have no overheating problems. I haven't had no overheating problems even before I did that, but I just did because I heard about it and I didn't want to have an issue. Now I'm gonna show you how it works, like how well it works anyway. Here's the volume, the 3-inch. Here's a 3-inch speaker. It actually gets pretty loud. We're at like a 4 right there, and you can hear it pretty well. But if you get up to an 8, you can really hear it. So we'll turn that down to about 3, so you can hear me pretty easy. And then the gun is pretty sturdy looking. It's well made. The only thing is though is the cocking mechanism. You can hear it. It makes a little noise. But I mean, I turned mine off on the menu, so I didn't have to cock it no more. Just no reload. So it's just a lot funner and easier. So all you gotta do is just press this green button here, and then it starts the game. See, and then see how it says integrated plus and then plus. So I click the bottom one. See, now I'm going to go back to where my foot mark is, so I'm in the sweet spot, so this works well. Okay, and then I'm going to shoot the Big Buck Safari there, and we can go to 1 player. It's pretty smooth, pretty quick. The 3D is pretty good. It doesn't lag that much. I haven't seen that much lag. It lags a little during like loading sequences, but for the most part it doesn't lag during gameplay. So here we go. I'm gonna go do some buffalo. I'm just gonna show you how well it works and how accurate it is. That's pretty much all I'm showing you on this video. That and the review. Here we go. So let's see. See, no reload. I kind of like it because you can just I got 2. And then you get these bats if you want. It's pretty cool. It's like back in the day, man. I grew up with this game. I loved it. Oh, so here we go. I got the doe. I try to get that panther. But the quality is pretty good. I mean, the graphics, his texture, and everything. I mean, I love it. It's great. The sounds gets pretty loud. It don't distort until about 30. It does not distort. This speaker does not distort until you hit about 13 on the level volume. You can put your initials in, and then once you do that, it'll save on there for you. But for the most part, it's a really good machine. I'd give it an 8. And it's a must-have, I'd say, for Arcade 1. That's their first 3D title, and I think they did a decent job on it. The response time on the gun's great, and everything works as it should. I haven't had no problems, really, with it. And, yeah, so that's the review on that. I'm going to set this back down for a second. So, yeah, I mean, that's Big Buck World. Made by Arcade 1-Up. They go for around, when I bought it, I paid $550. They're getting a little spinny now because they're getting harder to find, but about 500, 550 is about what the stores were selling it for. Was it worth it? I think so, because the guns, you can't use guns on your regular TVs, because the fact that they don't work on LCDs or plasmas or any of that, because they couldn't figure it out. But this machine, they figured it out, so this is the only way you can play Big Buck Hunter as the arcade was intended. So I'd say it's a really good machine. Response time's everything. The screen's big enough for me, I think. Some people are saying that they want to put bigger screens on it, but like I said, I think the resolution will look like crap, and I think it'll just look worse if you keep making it bigger. So I think this is why they kind of kept it that way. 17 inches is the screen. But yeah, the price point's there. It's not terribly expensive. Arcade one up cabinets lately have been going for as much as $750. They're going up and up. It's just getting nuts. But it's a beautiful machine for the price, and I recommend it. And I hope you enjoyed watching my my channel. Just hit the subscription button up there and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm soon going to be getting that pinball machine I keep talking about coming, and I can't wait. And when I do, I unbox the review, and you guys will see what that's about. It's supposed to be spectacular. We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day with Gaming with Tim J, and happy gaming.